this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Leo, in today's reading, I'm going to give you one card from the Archangel Michael, one card from the Denise Linn Oracle cards. So let us get started in your reading. Just wanted to let you guys know that I am praying for everyone. Hopefully you're able to see my readings, but really stay safe in everything that you're doing, okay? Really stay safe. All right, so here we go. Leo, see what's going on in your reading. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Leo from Archangel Michael for their highest good. All right, so Archangel Michael says, stay the course, Leo. Stay the course. Don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You're just having a bumpy start. Learn from the experiences and keep going. Yes, definitely. Really learn from everything that's been going on, no matter what. I always tell everyone, use it as a lesson. Use it as a learning. Learn from it because you don't want to go back and do it again. Okay, so really learn from everything what's going on. Okay, nice. Thank you, Archangel Michael. And then you have one from here from the Denise Linn for your highest good. And you have finding sanctuary, of course. Find that peace, you guys. Opening to your spiritual source. So I truly believe that, you are very gifted. I feel like you're needing to go on the spiritual path to really find yourself, to find the answers that you are definitely looking for. Wow, nice. All right, so Leo, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Also, be careful on this retrograde right now. It's here to the 20th, so be careful on how you're making your decisions. Really be careful out there driving, stuff like that. Just be careful. Be careful. Have patience with everything, you guys. Have patience. All right, so here we go. This is for Leo for their highest good. Thank you, Spirit. One for the current. One for the situation. One for the past or now. One for the what's hidden. One for the hopes and fears. Move this over here. What you need to do now. What you need to work on. And the outcome. Nice. All right. So Leo, you do have the Page of Pentacles at the end of the tarot deck. I do feel like you're going to be learning something new. I feel like there's unexpected messages coming in also. A lot of opportunities coming through also. I feel like you're going to be on this new path, being very inspired, having new ideas, leaving a lot of old ways and old things behind. So very nice. And you have changed a lot, and there is going to be a lot of changes here coming through, a lot of conclusions that have happened in your life. And I feel like you're changing with it. You have changed a lot, and something has made you change also. So it's very nice. Don't be afraid of all these changes that you have to go through, because this is a chapter in your life that you have to move forward on. Okay. I don't know who that was for, but that's definitely a message for somebody. So you start off with the 10 of Wands, Leo. 10 of Wands is definitely talking about being very overwhelmed with things, really carrying a lot on your shoulders, really needing to set boundaries in some kind of way, because you're exhausted. You've been trying to do everything for everyone. You're trying to do everything for yourself. And, and right now it's vital that you just take care of yourself, okay? Make time for yourself. Really start setting those boundaries on the things that you need to. With the Knight of Swords here, in the situation, really be careful on how you're doing things. Really be careful on how you're moving forward on things. I do feel like you are definitely moving forward, but I feel like you're also like really moving forward like quickly, and you got to be careful with that. Really try not to rush decisions. I feel like just got to really be careful on everything, how you're doing things. Okay. You have the Three of Swords for the past or now. I feel like this is either, we'll have to see the cards. I feel like you've been very emotional lately. I feel like there was some kind of heartbreak or some kind of pain that you had to go through. And I feel like you felt it a lot. Um, well, we'll see. Hopefully, it's in the past, okay? Because I also feel like you're healing. You're going through a healing here. You do have the Queen of Pentacles here. The Queen of Pentacles is definitely talking about how, you're very resourceful. You know how to do things. You know how to make that money. You know how to create it. Definitely. But you also need to start taking some time for yourself. Yes, it's good to do what you want to do. You know how to use the resources. You know how to make that money, right? But you're a multitasker, and you also need that self care for yourself. I do feel like you know how to do things, but we'll see what comes out on that. You have the Moon card here for the outcome. I mean, sorry, for the hopes and fears. The Moon card is definitely saying that you need to trust your intuition and use your inner knowing. You have this gift, this intuitive gift that but you need to use it, okay? Because you also have this card and you also have the High Priestess. Also, they're telling me that there are times also that you are not really seeing things clearly with the Moon card. It could be that the moon is really overshadowing you, not shadowing you, more like making you not really see clearly, not really knowing what's ahead, like you're just like, I don't know, like you're just like in that mode where, okay, I can't really think right, that kind of thing. So really be careful on how you're doing that. Really trust your intuition. Really slow down on things also. You do have the High Priestess here for what you need to do now, and that is that intuitive inner knowing. You know who you are. You know how to do things. You have that inner power, that intuition. They're asking you to use it. They're also asking you to go within and reflect, because that's what you need right now. Because you did get this finding your sanctuary, and you do need to find that peace within you. You have the Five of Cups here for what you need to work on. The Five of Cups is definitely talking about leaving the regret behind. You're wishing you did have done this, you could have done that differently. But it's done and it's over with. Now you got to do it. Okay, so now you got to move on from that. Leave this behind. Try to work on that to leave that, or leave that emotion behind, because you're really not trying. You're really not seeing a lot of things that are around you. And then you have the Six of Cups here. Six of Cups is definitely talking about healing, reminiscing about the past, thinking about childhood memories. Could even be thinking about people that have passed away. But I do feel like you are definitely going through a healing here also, because, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of emotions that are brewing within you. So let's see what's going on. Leo, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Leo. Whew, 10 of Wands. Why is the 10 of Wands here for Leo? Wow. So you're definitely going to leave this behind. Okay, so maybe you've been feeling overwhelmed, and, really start setting boundaries though, okay? I feel like you are. I feel like you will. I feel like you're just going to be moving forward, because you do have the 8 of Wands here. The 8 of Wands is definitely talking about, really leaving things behind, moving forward, change is coming through, movement, fast movement, I feel like there's messages also coming in, so be ready. Really try to set boundaries on things, especially from people coming back from the past, or somebody just, poking at it, poking at you, poking at you. Really set your boundaries to where that it's time to leave, or it's time to go somewhere else. It's like that you're not supposed to be there, so you do what you need to do. Okay, that's what they're saying. But there is going to be change coming through, and I feel like you are going to put boundaries there, which is very nice. And I feel like you're definitely going on a different path here. You do have the 8 of Cups here, and the 8 of Cups is talking about really going on a different path. I also feel like it could be your spiritual path also, because I do feel like you're leaving things behind. Like you don't want this anymore. You don't want to be feeling like that anymore. And I feel like you're moving on to a different path and different experiences. So it's very nice to see that, Leo. Very nice. You do have the Knight of Swords for this situation. And why is the Knight of Swords here? One more card. Wow, look at that. I cannot express this enough. Look at that. You have 2 cards here that say, 2 of Swords in one tarot deck. That's the Knight of Swords in the other. So it's two cards in the same position, you guys. So really know what's going on, okay? I feel like you really need to be careful on how you're doing things. Yes, you're definitely moving forward, but really slow down on everything. Try not to rush the decisions. Really be objective. Really see the truth in everything that's going on, because you also have the Page of Wands here, which is very interesting. Okay, really speak yourself, really speak and communicate clearly, okay? Express yourself clearly. Try not to jump into conclusions, because I feel like you're going to be rushing very fast and you're just going to go yes, 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 you know. So really slow down on things, really see the truth, really speak your truth about things. Also, don't go and speak about things that you didn't see, okay? That's what they're saying, like gossiping. Like if you didn't hear it from that person, then don't say anything about it, okay? They want you to be careful with that. There's messages coming through. Also, you're being more serious. They want you to be more serious now about everything that's going on in your life. I also feel like you're exploring new things, but not to rush into anything right now. Especially right now, we're going to into that. We're in that that retrograde right now. Mercury retrograde right now is in. So be careful on how you're doing things. Okay, Leo. You do have the Three of Swords here, and the Three of Swords is definitely talking about healing, talking about painful emotions, you know, going through. I feel like you are, I feel like this is in the past, and I feel like you are definitely trying to heal from a lot right now. And I feel like you could still be feeling emotional, but I feel like you're moving forward from it a lot. You know, just expect to be emotional, because I do feel like it could be a grief, it could be some kind of sadness here, and I feel it here also. Whew. And then you have the Queen of Pentacles. And why is Leo have the Queen of Pentacles? One more card. Wow. So you did get the Queen of Pentacles here. You start off with that. Hold on, you guys. Let me see this. All right. You start off with the Queen of Pentacles. You know, you're a multitasker. You know how to bring in that money. You know how to bring in the resources, right? You know how to use them. You know how to create them. But you lack on taking care of yourself more. Okay, it's time to stop and start taking care of yourself. Start taking care of the things that you need to take care of, especially about yourself. Listen to yourself. Listen that you need self-care for yourself, okay? I feel like you're very smart, very, you know how to do things, you know, and I feel like you don't lack anything. And I feel like there is some kind of abundance coming in through here. There could be an end of a relationship also for some of you guys, because you do have the Ten of Swords with the Lover's card. I feel like whatever ending that is here, because you do have the Ten of Swords, so be aware of that. Just know that there is an ending coming through, okay? But with this ending comes a new path, a new experience, and you're already showing it down here, okay? You're leaving something behind to go to something better. New experiences are coming through for you, so just know that, okay? They're asking you to really communicate with people better, okay? Express yourself better. You know, watch your P's and Q's. You know, don't be harsh. Don't be angry. You know, just be really communicate better, okay? Have better communication. And I do feel like there is definitely a decision that you're going to contemplate very soon. And I feel like you need to trust the process on everything that's going on. You have the Moon card here for the hopes and the fears for Leo. Why is the Moon card here? Wow, look at that. All right. So, definitely, like I said, you know, trust your intuition, but I also feel like a lot of you guys are not really seeing clearly. You know, you're rushing through things, you know, you're going through this healing, you know, there's an ending here. You know, really be careful on how you're doing things, really slow down, really nurture yourself. And I feel like at times you may not see clearly, but I do feel like you will. I feel like you're moving forward from it. I feel like you're going to start trusting your intuition. I feel like you need to go within also to find that peace of mind. I feel like you're going to be together with somebody or celebrating something, because there is celebration here on the path. So it's nice. I also feel like you're very supported by a lot of people. You have a lot of support around you, far and near. You do have a lot of support. I do feel like there's going to be breakthroughs. I feel like there's a truth here that you are definitely seeing a lot of. And speaking of, you're going to be speaking your truth about things, you know. And I feel like you're not going to be in this clouded place anymore, like not seeing clearly, because I feel like there is breakthroughs coming in and you are going to see clearly. But this is a new path here also, because you do have the Ten of Swords here. So remember that. Okay, things are changing for you, so be ready. You have the High Priestess in the what you need to do now. And why is the High Priestess here for Leo? Wow, look at that. So you have three major arcana cards here, I want you to trust your inner knowing, trust your intuition, you guys. Really trust it, okay? Really know who you are. Focus on your intuition, on things that you're going to do. Really trust yourself on everything that you're about to do, okay? Because there is decisions here that you're going to be making. They're asking you to really go within. I feel like things are going to balance out for you and you're going to start feeling better, but you got to keep your faith, okay? No matter what, let everything fall into place and let things are going to get better, okay? They will. Just trust your intuition. Really use it. Really open up. They're asking you to really go within. So take the time to go within and ground yourself or meditate, okay? It's needed. Because I feel like you're also searching for answers. A lot of answers. You have the Five of Cups here. And why is the Five of Cups here for Leo? And what you need to work on. One more card. Wow. So with the Five of Cups, I do feel like you hold on to a disappointment here. And we all do. We all have something that we hold on to that we shouldn't have done, that we should have done differently, that we could have done differently, right? But right now you need to let this go, okay? There are things that you're not able to let go. I feel like sometimes you have a hard time trusting yourself or trusting others. I also feel like, you look at the bad and not the good. And you need to look at the good, okay? Even if it was disappointment, even if it didn't turn out the way you wanted, you need to still look at it as something good, okay? So really try your best. Things are going to change for you very much here, Leo. Tower card is here, so things are definitely changing. You're going in a new direction. They want you to speak your truth. They want you to slow down. Things are moving, so really pay attention, okay? And then you definitely have the Four of Wands, and you're definitely moving forward. There's going to be a lot of change, but things are going to be moving. You are going to be moving forward. There could be some kind of proposal here also for somebody, so just be aware of that. But definitely moving forward, celebration, happy times coming through. But leave that regret, leave that disappointment behind. You have the Six of Cups here for the outcome. And why is the Six of Cups here for Leo? My card. Oh, wow. Nice. Nice. All right. So, you have the Six of Cups here. Six of Cups is definitely saying that you're going through a healing, You're also reminiscing about the past, It could be about people that have passed away or somebody just very close to you, reminiscing a lot. I feel like you're definitely going through this healing, and I feel like you got to be gentle with yourself and take care of yourself. I also feel like somebody could be coming back or be wanting to come back into your life, that they're saying, really look at everything before you start, doing from the past, okay? You remember everything that you've been through, okay, before you let anybody or anything from the past come back, okay? And then you have the Three of Wands here. You are definitely moving forward. You're making plans. You could be making plans to travel or just moving. But I feel like you're doing something that you're not saying something to somebody. Like you're keeping your plans to yourself, which is very nice. Really have patience for everything, you guys. Really have patience and really start to rest. Okay. There's only so much that you can do without rest, Leo, and you need to rest. You need to nurture yourself, take care of yourself, go within, open up your intuitive gift, because you've been through a lot and you're going through a lot. And right now is the time to rest, okay? They're asking you, hey, stop and rest. It's time. Wow, very nice. All right, so Leo, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. God bless.